I want to start this video by saying congrats to all the DeFi Ascension community, team, investors, etc. for selling out the second batch of NFTs. So we did sell out 500 NFTs within approximately 4 days of launch at 250 USDT per NFT. And for me, that's insane. That shows the trust and that shows that people are really giving value to these NFTs in regards to return and future returns, current and future. So that aside, I wanted to make this video because I also wanted to show people the actual stats behind how the money is flowing around and the profit generation. Because what you see on the DApp tracking sheet is how much money you're getting per NFT at the end of the payment period. And speaking of the second batch selling out, it's also very important to say that the majority of these NFTs were sold out before the third snapshot was taken leading out to the third period that we're currently under. And there were about 162 left that were sold out right after. So that's insane growth. So yeah, I want to discuss the actual stats because at the end of the day, if you've watched my previous video, you've seen that not all the profits are being distributed to the NFT holders, right? So there's a portion that goes to the traders, the management team, and a portion that is put back into the capital that is used to generate those profits. So the actual yield is something that we're going to be discussing. And of course, I'm going to also talk about what can people expect in regards to future implementations and things that are about to come. First things first, it's very important that you keep an eye on the Telegram group. So if you're not in them, I suggest you to go and join. So we have our DeFi Essential Perpetual Revenue NFT announcement channel. You can go ahead and join that channel. And we also have our own room, DeFi Ascension. I'm gonna leave a link to it below if you're interested in joining. But in my opinion, if you want to be part of this journey, it's very important for you to be there. Here we post actually all the daily profits or bi-daily profits, it doesn't matter. So we show you in a screenshot type of manner how much has been generated through the trades. But again, that doesn't mean that this much is going to be distributed because only a portion of it is going to be distributed. The rest, like I said, goes elsewhere. So keep in mind that whatever we post here in regards of profit, you have to account for about 35% of this that will go to the NFT holders. All right. And yeah, so we post a lot of announcements as we go forward. And one of the major milestones was the first marketplace NFT sale that occurred for 547 USDC. So we have some of these NFTs are actually listed there right now. So if I go on OpenSea, you can clearly see, if you scroll down, you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NFTs that are being sold out on the open market. And they are ascending by price. All right. So the cheapest was for that much, and there's still 4 of them. There were 5. One of them was sold already, and there's 4 left. So the rest, there's 1 of each. As we continue and we move forward and we produce more results, I expect these NFTs to become more valuable. Now, right now, it's very important to understand that if you are expecting a third batch of NFTs to mint, that's not gonna happen for the foreseeable future. So there's no planned batch 3. There will most probably not gonna be one. All right, as we move forward. So that's something that a person should keep in mind. So if you're not part of the project and you see value in these NFTs and you see returns that are way over what you would expect, keep an eye on the open market. Who knows, maybe you'll catch a good deal. All right, so let's go back into the actual stats of the project. So I decided to divide these on a period by period basis. So starting from period 1 and 2 that have now been completed, payments have been made, and we also show you the transaction of the payment, the transaction of everything that you need to know on the announcement channel and on the main Telegram room. Join us. All right, so in regards to period 1, here is the number of NFTs that were minted, the amount that was raised overall, the trading fund, remember, it's 60% of the money, and there's about 30% left on the side, 10% to the management or treasury fund in that case. And like I said, the treasury fund is something that we keep as a safe keep, all right? So just FYI. And those were the profits for week 1. Now, even though when you go on the DApp NFT tracker, you see that you've generated, if you were part of the first period, 16.22% or $16.22 per NFT that was selling at 100 USDC during the first batch. But that's not the actual APR that the traders have generated, right? Because that only applies, one, on the trading fund that we're leveraging, and two, that is only the portion of the profits for the NFT holders. Because the NFT holders, keep in mind, they receive 35% of a positive trade, meaning that money is just 35% of the total amount of profits that were generated. So if we scale a bit up, you can see that the week 1 APR based on the trading fund, so solely based on the trading fund, is about 27.34%, you see? So this amount right here is not based on the trading fund. It's based on the total amount of NFTs raised. Okay? So that's very important to keep in mind. Because the traders are only using the trading fund to trade, not the full amount. So you scale that up to 27%. And since that's only 35% of the profits, 100% of the profits means the traders have done 77.24% in 2 weeks on the trading fund that they had. And that's insane. So this is something that you should understand. The numbers that you get is a fraction of the actual amount of what these guys have generated. All right. Period 2, same principle. The only difference is that the trading fund has also money, 35% from the previous period's capital. So it has more money into it, and if you follow the same logic based on the profits of week 2, that's how much was given to the investors, that's how much the actual APR is to the investors based on the amount raised, and that's how much traders have made in total in regards to profits. So yes, a bit less, but still that's almost 50%, and that's insane. Period 3 is undergoing right now, and so far we are what, like 4 days in, and that's how much they've generated thus far. So it's 5.84% or $5.84 per NFT. So, and yeah, if you scale that up, they made about 15.83% in regards to profits from trading thus far. So conclusion, whatever you see is a fraction of whatever actually exists in regards to profit generation. Keep in mind that as we scale up and as the strategies of trading on the open market are more, refined and are more exquisite in regards to whatever we're doing, we're about, to enter a journey where we're gonna see continuous profits. Now again, we never specified any specific percentage that you'll be getting. It's not an ROI DApp, it's not an AI trading bot scam, it's none of this. It's actual yield generated from a service, aka trading on the open market. Alright? So the returns are not 100% guaranteed at a specific static percentage rate, but they are gonna be flowing in as time goes on. And speaking of time going on and the upcoming future, so I'm not gonna talk about a specific roadmap. So I'm not gonna come in here and literally put a roadmap, specific timeline. We're gonna have this, at some point, but we have a few things that we'd like to work on in the foreseeable future at least. So I think the first thing that we want to complete is an actual more refined user interface that not only show, for example, the profits in numbers. So now you're seeing a screenshot, but perhaps it would be better for you to see those numbers on the user interface as we move forward in trading revenue, so on and so forth, and displaying what is happening with the other investment fund that we're also collecting. Because again, if you watch my money flow breakdown, 30% of the NFT raise goes to other protocols to farm additional yield. And this is something that we're working on right now. We're working on the optimal platforms to leverage in regards to not locking our money up and still generating yield, additional yield that will be added on top of what you're getting from what you're getting in terms of profits from trading. So you can expect at some point in time to start seeing some fruits in that regard as well. So we're working on optimal ways, and we're gonna also be very transparent and show you where is this money, how much is being made on a daily basis, monthly basis, weekly basis, so on and so forth, and what is the plan in regards to profit distribution and also adding back to the capital, because we're also gonna divide a plan in that regard as well. So short term, we wanna deliver a better user experience in regards to our current project that is currently ongoing. Now, what comes next is also something that is being discussed in the background, and hopefully that will be in the works soon. And whenever we have stuff coming out, of course, we're gonna be announcing them and we're gonna be talking about them. So I really hope that we'll be able to actually put a roadmap. So again, that's not the next thing in line, but of course it would be optimal to have this at some point, of course. So conclusion, in my personal opinion, the future looks pretty cool and pretty bright for whatever we're trying to build here. Because like I always talk about on this channel, everything related to a Ponzi structure is not something that I really appreciate. So it could be something like this, it could be a gamble, but at least if it's transparent, that's fine. But most of these projects that we've been falling victim of have not been falling in that category, at least. Alright, so I really hope you stuck around till the end. I really hope I brought you some value. I'm gonna keep doing videos on our project to keep track of everything that's been happening and to talk about future implementations as, you know, we come by them, so on and so forth. So thanks again. See you in the next one. Have a good one.